rainy, dreary day in my life in Charleston. If you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. But if you are new here, welcome. My name is Clara. I live in Charleston and I post like lifestyle vlogs, day in my life, pretty much just whatever I happen to be doing. I don't live a very exciting life. I do in the terms of living in like this beautiful area, but lots of cooking, cleaning, mundane things. It often feels like we're on FaceTime whenever I watch my videos back. So if that's the kind of content you want to see this year, then make sure to subscribe. I'm actually traveling this weekend, so as I say that, my next vlog will be a little bit more exciting. But if you're looking for someone new to watch on YouTube this year, then make sure you subscribe. I have a feeling if you like those FaceTime type of vlogs, you will like it here. That's what a lot of people will say about my videos. And I feel like a lot of people are on the hunt for new people to watch on YouTube this year, myself included. So make sure to comment some of your favorite people to watch. I actually slept in today because I went on a weekend trip this weekend for my friend's birthday. We went to Asheville. I didn't vlog that for YouTube, but if you want to see some pieces from the weekend, you can check out my Instagram and my TikTok because a couple things got posted there, but for the most part, it was just like a fun weekend. Went to a brewery, went and saw the Biltmore, that like big Vanderbilt estate, hung out in the hot tub, drank some drinks, stayed up really late, which hence why I slept in this morning. So I'm in like full get back in my routine mode, even though I'm going on another trip in 2 days time. I just love a home cooked meal. As I mentioned, I love cooking. I just feel better when I'm eating a meal that I cooked. I live for it. I love cooking my meals. I do like a menu plan every single week. I plan out my lunches and my dinners, follow those recipes. I'm like really micro when it comes to my meal planning. It's not for everyone, but it's definitely for me. So I just went and got all of my ingredients for the next couple of days. I'm gonna be like cooking and prepping a couple things today, so you'll see that. But I also got some flowers because I just love fresh flowers, and hydrangeas for me last for about 2 weeks, especially if I do the flower food. But actually on that note, I think I forgot to grab the flower food because they keep it in like a little bin, so hopefully I have some spares in my junk drawer. But I found that I can get hydrangeas to last me about 2 weeks. So even though I'm about to travel and be out of the house for like 3 days, the flowers will live on and they will greet me when I get back from my trip. I think the rain has died down as I've blabbered on, so I'm gonna bring these groceries in the house and then get started on lunch. Hydrangeas have been assembled, and these are all the vases in my house that I would ideally, and the keyword is ideally, have flowers in at all times, but they rank differently in my mind. Let me explain. This vase is kept on my TV stand, so it's like front and center. You see when you walk in the house. It honestly brings a lot to this vase because it's empty without flowers right there. So I pretty much always like to have flowers in this vase because it is in and of itself a decor piece. So this one needs to last me the longest, and I can usually get like 2.5 weeks out of this vase because the flowers that I put in this vase, I put on a flower frog. So you can see they're kind of like pierced onto this thing, which keeps them standing upright. But I also noticed that they last longer, and now I'm making a mess, but they last longer when I put them on a flower frog. It's like a Japanese art form of flower arranging, and that is not what I'm doing with it at all. So hopefully that is okay with people, that I'm just using it to make my hydrangeas last longer. But if you look up like flower frog, flower arrangements, and you actually like get into the nitty gritty of the art, it's a beautiful art form. But for me, I use them to make my hydrangeas and my flowers last longer. So this vase has a dedicated flower frog in it. You can get them on Amazon. I'll add the ones that I ordered to my storefront because I need to order a couple more. But this is my front and center top priority vase. This one has to have flowers in it. On the flip side of things, this vase I could care less about. This goes in my top upstairs guest bathroom that rarely ever gets traffic in it, but this vase will get the reject flowers from the other arrangements because I could care less if there's flowers up there. But it is a nice touch if someone does happen to use the bathroom. It's like, wow, she has flowers up here. So this was a lone survivor of the last bouquet that was in this one, so it probably only has like 4 days left in it. I could get a flower frog for this one, but this one's just in the vase. I spritzed the petals to give them a little bit more moisture, but this is like bottom of the barrel. Could care less if there's flowers in here, but it is nice if there's extra stems. Next vase is this vase. This goes on my dresser, my new dresser that I'm like learning to style. Another place that I like to have a little color, so ideally I would have flowers on there at all times, but this one also gets a flower frog. Since this vase is clear, you can like see that at the bottom, but a candle sits in front of this vase, so you can't really see it. But that's another one that I would ideally have flowers in at all times, and I'm kind of like playing around with it to see how I can get them to last the longest in there. And then this vase is the vase that sits behind me when I do any like filming in my bathroom. I have shelves behind my mirror, so this is in the background of videos and in the background of like mirror selfies and stuff whenever I take pictures in the bathroom. So this is an ideal spot that I would always have flowers, but it doesn't get much sun and flowers don't really last that well in that spot. So I usually get like eucalyptus eucalyptus or a type of like filler that even once it dies, it just looks fine. I should probably get a flower frog for this vase, which is what I'm about to order too. I think I should get 2 of them. But if you're curious about the vases themselves, this one with the cool funky design, it kind of looks like a bong, if I'm being honest. A lot of people have said that to me. But this one is from Lulu in Georgia. This one is from, where was this from? Like an interior design store, I think. And then these 2 are thrifted. This one is so pretty. I mean, they're both pretty, but this is my favorite of all time, and I found both of these thrifting. Pretend this is cleaned up. You know, some people might argue that buying yourself fresh flowers bi-monthly is a waste of money, but some people vape. I do not. Instead, I buy fresh flowers. Our creamy lunch today is a creamy sesame beef meatball situation using the side dish creamy sesame dressing that I love. It was pretty quick, I think like 35 minutes total, and someone commented and called me the meatball queen recently on Instagram, which I'm not disagreeing with because I love a meatball recipe. It's so easy to prep, relatively quick, and it makes awesome leftovers throughout the week. Last scheduled thing that I have for this evening is a call at 5:30, which it is 5:27, so I'm about to go into that. And then after that, I am home free in terms of like my schedule and planning around other things. So I still have to unpack my suitcase from this weekend. I need to get some laundry in. I think I'm gonna film my dinner for TikTok, like one of my little talking, chatty cooking videos. And I'm also going to film a closing shift tonight, and then tomorrow I will film a packing video, and I'm gonna take a golf cart ride because it should be nice weather, so I'll film that. And I think that will really round out my drafts. I don't know why I enunciated like that, but it's looking really dreary. I cannot wait until the sun starts setting later. I am like a late sunset gal through and through. I was just listening to, I think it was Mary's podcast, or no, it must have been her YouTube video, and she was saying that she likes when the sun sets earlier because it feels like a wrap on her day, and then she can start relaxing. But like, I am the complete opposite. I need a later sunset so that I can like get more done because I am just like shut down, because as soon as the sun sets and as soon as it starts to get dark like this, I am just logged off and I can't really power through it. So I'm gonna join this meeting and then put in some laundry. Hey, meeting is over and I checked my packages and my cute little earmuffs that I ordered for this weekend got here. I don't have like a stockpile of winter weather items and accessories, and clearly I'm not really investing in them because this is from Amazon. But I didn't grow up in like a skiing family. Skiing is kind of new to me. I went last year for the first time. I went twice last year. Well, I guess I skied for multiple days, but I went on 2 different trips where I skied in 2 different places. And this year I'm going to Montana, and then I'm gonna go to Breckenridge again in a month or 2. But I'm not experienced in the slightest, and I'm honestly not good at it, but it's a lot of fun. And I think it's a good thing as you grow older to force yourself to do things that you're not necessarily good at, or even like embarrassing things, because I think being embarrassed is good for you. Like, you have to put yourself out there and you have to be willing to look stupid. Otherwise, what's the point? You're never going to do anything new and you're never going to be able to get over that hurdle. So I feel like it's good to flex that muscle and do embarrassing things every so often. And for me, that's skiing. I'm not very good at it, but like I said, I didn't grow up skiing, so skiing is a very expensive hobby. And I feel like, when did we all start skiing? Do you just like reach a certain age and then all of a sudden like your friends come out of the woodwork and they're like, oh, I've been skiing since I was 5. Like, skiing was never part of like any of my friends' lives, now that I think about it. At least I was unaware of it. Anyways, skiing is new to me. Winter weather trips are new to me, so I'm like kind of growing my collection every year that I'm doing something like that or going on a trip. I'm buying 1 or 2 like cute little fashion accessory things. So I have like a white furry headband from last year, I have black furry earmuffs from last year, and since I'm going on 2 more trips, I was like, okay, I can justify it. I'll get some more blue furry earmuffs. So I will add these to my Amazon storefront if you want them, but yeah, I should probably just start investing in those things. I'll probably look back on this and be like, you're an idiot for not just buying like nicer branded stuff. I was last minute and I needed to do Amazon Prime. Finished product, looks pretty close to the picture. If I didn't already say, this is a Greek inspired chicken orzo bake from the Dinner Tonight cookbook, this one, and it is page 129. It did say to garnish with parsley, but I really only buy herbs if they're going to be used more than once throughout the week, like in other recipes and stuff, and the parsley wasn't, and it was just a garnish. It wasn't even mixed in, so no parsley on this, but otherwise I followed the recipe pretty exact, and it looks delish. There's a lot of orzo hidden down there. Called for some white wine. This is gonna be amazing. Dinner was delish. Moving into the bathroom because I'm gonna do my nails. If you follow me on Instagram, then you've seen that I'm starting to do more regular polish manicures. Right now, I'm actually doing a pedicure, but I'm switching to doing probably like every other manicure, a gel manicure versus like regular polish manicure, because the polish, I like love doing my gel manicures and pedicures at home and it lasts longer. I don't even really notice it damaging my nails. I feel like I've kind of gotten like the removal and everything like that down to a science. Like it's not really doing damage to my nails per se, but I don't like my nails and my hands and my feet and like my nail beds in particular sitting in the UV lamp for that long. I'd kind of gotten to a point where I was changing my manicures almost every week. So that was 52 sessions of my hands sitting under that little UV tanning bed light. And I know that you can get the LED ones. I don't think I have an LED one. I don't know. I need to be doing more research into the actual gel part. But in order to switch it, you have to like scrape off all the polish and then do it all again. And I just think that there are situations like travel and events and stuff like that that I'm still going to do gel polish for. But on kind of like a day-to-day, more weekly basis of just, you know, changing up the color and stuff, I want to start doing more just regular polish manicure pedicures. Hopefully that makes sense. Got a lot of questions about why I was like switching / stopping, and I'm not stopping, but I don't know, I feel like there's a time and a place, and I don't always need to have gel on my fingernails. I picked up this color of OPI at, where was I think I was at TJ Maxx. What color is this called? Show us your tips. Anyways, that's funny. And then I got Sech Beat. I used to use this when I was younger. This is like the best top coat in my opinion, or at least it like was, at least what I remember. But I got the base coat and then I got this Sech Vive Instant Gel Effect top coat. This is what I'm working with. I'm also working with like pure acetone for the first time in forever, which is why I'm sitting on the floor, because I don't want to mess anything up. I don't have any tile in this house, so I would preferably be sitting on tile. But as I was saying, I'm going to remove the gel that's currently on my feet, and then I'm going to paint them again with this because I'm going to be in a hot tub this weekend, and I feel like the hot tub and pools and stuff always just lifts whatever polish you have on your nails off anyway, so I might as well just not spend too much time on it. So I'm just gonna slap a coat of this on. I'll do my fingernails tomorrow, but ran out of storage per usual. I'm always running out of storage, but I'm not gonna do my fingers tonight because I still have stuff to do with my hands. And one thing I'm horrible at is not like smudging the nail polish. Of course it's not gonna focus. This is the aftermath of the manicure that I attempted yesterday, but I put too many coats of the actual color on it, so it's smudged and like never fully dried. If you're curious, this is what I use to remove my gel, which is also probably like super caustic and is going to be on one of those dial 1-800 settlement now type of commercials in 10 years, but that's what I use to get it off. It's like literal paint thinner. Probably in my best interest to stop using that as often as I was too. Those are done in record time, at least half the time it would have taken me if I were doing a gel manicure. But I'm just gonna sit on the couch and do a little bit of stuff on my computer because I'm gonna give them like 15 minutes of just elevated drying time on the coffee table because I don't want to bump them and like ruin the time that just took, or have wasted the time that just took to do them. So I'm gonna sit on the couch and edit a video. I filmed dinner tonight, if I didn't already mention that, for a TikTok, so that'll be another one drafted, a cook with me for that orzo dish that I made tonight. Saving all that footage to my computer, getting that edited up, and I wanted to film my closing shift tonight. Gosh, I just don't know if I want to tempt it with these nails and like, you know, stub my toe or do something silly, so I guess I'm gonna play that by ear. It is already 9:45 at night. It's pretty late. We will have to see. Wasn't there something I had to order on Amazon today? I'm gonna watch this footage back and I'm gonna remember what it is. Executive decision has been made to not clean tonight because I'm gonna pack tomorrow, so I'll make a mess in that process and then I'll have to clean it up again. Might as well just keep my mess and clean it all up at once, and I'll get more sleep because now I can go to bed. Today is January 16th, which means it'll probably be like January 20th maybe when I post this. So a little bit halfway through January, which I feel like is when most people just kind of give up on that momentum of new year, new me, better me, whatever you want to call it, resolutions. I feel like this is about the time where people are like, next year, another time. I can't do it right now. And I would be lying if I said I'm not kind of feeling that too with some of the goals that I was really like gung-ho for. What is in my nose? Sorry, there was like a piece of dry skin on my nose in case you noticed that. But I feel like this is a time where myself included, I'm starting to lose a little bit momentum on the goals and the routines and everything that I put in place, or at least that I was trying to put in place for this year. But I listened to a podcast episode in the car the other day. It was actually a Skinny Confidential podcast episode, which I'm not like the biggest, you know, overarching fan of that podcast, but they do land really good guests. And the guest that they had on that really drew me in and made me click on this episode was Sarah Blakely's husband. I don't know his name off the top of my head, so you're gonna have to Google Sarah Blakely, who is the founder of Spanx. Google who her husband is, and then you can backtrack and find the episode that way. But he was talking about basically how let me try and think about how he phrased this because it was so good. He was talking about everything that he likes to get done in a day. Well, Lauren, one of the hosts of Skinny Confidential, always asks people like their really micro daily routines, and this guy kind of like pushed back on her phrasing on that a little bit and was saying that instead of having these daily tasks that he has to get done to be successful at his goal every single day, he thinks of things in terms of weeks, which I really like. And what he meant by that is, instead of saying he's gonna take a run every single day, if you miss a day, then you automatically fail at that. He said he's gonna run, he's a huge runner, so I think he used the example of like 50 miles or 70 miles or something. But his goal would be to run 50 miles in a week instead of saying running every single day. So that way there was like a little bit of give and a little bit of flex, where if you have like 2 bad days in the week, you can make it up in the rest of the week. But if you're aiming for something every single day, then you have like a bigger chance of failure in reaching that goal. If that's making sense. I don't know. These are not my words. This is not my revelation. This was this guy's advice. So go listen to his actual words if you want the full breakdown of it, and if I'm not making any sense. That was the advice, and I really like that because I did create like a little to-do list for myself on my little notes app of things that I wanted to get done every single day. Like I wanted to be really consistent with like XYZ and do XYZ every single day. And I've already missed some days, and the days that I miss, I just feel like such a failure. I'm like, wish that I could go back and I should have done this in the morning. And like obviously it's a learning experience of like learning how to prioritize certain things so you can do certain things and reach certain goals throughout the day. But I don't know, I liked his advice on giving yourself more flexibility and thinking of things instead of 365 days, think of them as 52 weeks, and then you're statistically more likely to meet those goals. Pardon the mess. I did not see the need in unpacking this considering I'm about to pack it all up again tomorrow, but just put on one of my favorite body lotions. I'm trying to get more into body care this year. Speaking of some goals and New Year's resolutions that I've made for myself, this one's rather small, but I'm not really big on body care and moisturizing and stuff, but I do really like this lotion. It's the Flamingo Daily Moisturizing Lotion. It's kind of similar to, what is it called? Glossier You perfume in scent. It's vetiver and bergamot, which I always gravitate towards products that have those as like the notes listed. And speaking of fragrance, I just sprayed this Rare Beauty. This is like their new body line. It's body and hair fragrance. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. Just got it at Sephora. My Sephora was luckily fully stocked. I also really like the hand cream. Give this new line a smell to see if you like it, because all the products are in the same scent, so unfortunately if you don't like the smell then you won't enjoy any of the products. But really like this. I got the hand cream and the spray, and I might get the lotion too, but like I said, it'll probably take me like 9 more months to finish the rest of this because I'm just so bad at moisturizing. I'm gonna go ahead and close out today's video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. Stay tuned for my Montana video, assuming I get there. Apparently there's been a lot of snowstorms. Flights are getting delayed this week. Fingers crossed I will not be one of them, even though I'm headed to a snowy destination, but hopefully that means that the pilots assigned to that route are used to flying, driving, navigating through that. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you haven't already, because I post different types of content over there. Let me know if there's any videos that you're excited to see in 2024. I have a list going and I'm trying to incorporate some people's requests just throughout different daily vlogs. So let me know if there's anything that you want to see in particular, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.